Hi, my name's Mark Hobbs. I'm 21 years old and I'm an avid outdoorsman. I like to do pretty much anything outdoors. I love to camp, I love to hike, I like mountain biking, I like kayaking. A lot of the things I like to do are things that will give me an adrenaline rush. So, not talking about any of those things today, but what I am going to talk about with you is rock climbing. Rock climbing is something I've fallen in love with in the past 2 or 3 years, something like that. Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago that I saw an article in the newspaper about Rise Up Climbing moving to our place. It's a rock gym, and I had never even heard of a rock gym before. I'd only heard of gyms like the YMCA or Gold's Gym or something like that where you go to work out. So this is me and a buddy of mine decided that we should go check this out, see what it was like, see why it was even in the newspaper in the first place. So we went up there the next free weekend we had. It was about 2 weeks later. Walked in the front door and we were amazed. There were huge walls everywhere, about 40 feet tall. Yeah, 40 feet tall was the highest walls in there. And there were people climbing all over them, all over the climbing holds, grabbing onto things that I couldn't even hardly see. And they made it look like they were Spider-Man or something. Soon found out that they made it look a whole lot easier than it really was. So I went up to the register, decided to rent some gear and climb for the day. So I paid them for all of that, and they gave me rock climbing shoes. Had to get them to fit right. It took a few different pairs because rock climbing shoes are supposed to fit really tight apparently, and you gotta shove your toes in there and it feels like they're really cramped and you can't hardly walk. But it makes the climbing a lot easier and a lot more fun because you can actually do stuff. And I also got a chalk bag. The chalk helps you grip onto all of the holds. And a harness which wraps around your legs and your waist, and you tie a rope to it to make sure that if you fall off the wall, you're not going to fall very far. And after this, I walked over to the wall, and one of the employees of Rise Up came to talk to me, and he was seeing if I'd ever climbed before and things like this. I told him I'd climbed on a couple like walls in the mall and things like that, but nothing at all like a Rise Up gym. So he's like, okay, here's a pretty easy route. We can let you try this out and see how well you do. So I started out climbing on that and made it to the top in a couple of minutes, and I had had a lot of fun with that. He's like, well, you're obviously a little better than that one. So we stepped it up a level or two, and then after I climbed that, I was really feeling kind of pumped. My blood was really rushing, flowing pretty fast. And I was extremely excited, but about worn out already, because this stuff really wears you out and tears down the muscles pretty fast. He's like, okay, that's probably about your level. You want to practice somewhere around there. It's good for a while. And so I really got into it after that. I always enjoyed doing stuff like that. And this was one thing that really stood out to me as something a lot of fun to do. Have fun with family and friends, anyone that wanted to go with me. So I bought some gear and I started going maybe 3 or 4 days a week, taking people with me when I could. And when they couldn't come, then I would just go myself. I had a lot of fun anyway. But then I finally got into real rock, and I went out to New River Gorge at Summersville Lake, and I've climbed there and climbed quite a bunch of different places. Red River Gorge in Kentucky. It's a really fun place to have some amazing rock down there. But what I really love about rock climbing is the reward you get. When you reach the top, you get such an amazing feeling. It's really hard to explain, but you get such a feeling of accomplishment, and it's like nothing else in the world matters at that moment, but that you've finished what you're doing. You've made it to the top. It's like making it to the top in some huge business chain or something. That's what I'm thinking about anyway, since I'm going into business management for my degree. But, you know. But anyway, it's one of the most rewarding things that I do in my life, and I hope that you all can find something rewarding in yours, and maybe we could go rock climbing together sometime.